All right, it's a new year, so that means we must have new training goals. Originally I wasn't planning to really have any, but thanks to a video from Geoffrey Verity Schofield, who I recommend you should check out by the way, he makes some really good content. I just thought of some training goals on the spot when I was typing in a comment. But just to run through them real quick. 220 kilo deadlift for 3 reps, 140 kilo back squat for 6 reps, 20 kilo for 10 reps on the dips, and 10 kilo 8 reps pull-ups, as well as 110 kilo front squat for 5 reps, while trying to just get basically a wider and thicker back, bigger shoulders and legs. So those are my main goals for the year. How do I feel about them? I feel like they're quite achievable, to be honest. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to hit those numbers, because I know that my program is pretty decent, in my opinion. It's been working pretty decently for me. I've been running it since April of 2021. Damn. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, since 2021. It's been working pretty well. Been gaining a lot of strength, making a lot of back gains, a crazy amount of back gains. So I'm really happy about that. Shoulders as well are making quite good progress as well. My chest is even getting bigger as well, even though I don't really train it that much, other than just doing push-ups and dips. But that's just the way it is. But yeah, how am I gonna hit them? Well, nothing. Yeah, like I said, nothing's gonna really change. I'm just gonna keep training hard, eating well, and yeah, that's all there is to it, really. I'm hoping they're realistic. I have a feeling in a couple of months, I'm probably gonna make a second video, just reevaluating my goals to see if they were actually realistic to make. I just literally made these training goals on a whim, but on I tried to apply a bit of common sense to them. I thought, okay, what seems quite optimistic, but also quite achievable, kind of achievable, and this is what I came up with. To be honest, on the deadlift, I'm probably going to exceed that very quickly. Just give me like a couple of maybe like 2 or 3 months. Probably gonna exceed that quite quickly. But yeah, let's get it. It's the main part. Feel free to critique my form and let me know if anything needs improving. And this video is actually quite useful as well for myself for like a future reference, just to look back and see what kind of shit I was doing back as a young lad, if you get what I mean. But anyway, back to the main part. All right, it's me again. I'm editing right now, and I totally forgot to mention two things that are quite important actually. One was the Olympic lifts, because I am thinking of getting back into them once I return back to university in September time. So that's why I've been incorporating the front squats a lot more into my program. I just want to really focus on, getting that whole clean part down by essentially just doing front squats and really working on my ankle mobility, because that's definitely been holding me back. So I spent like 2 or 3 times, 3 times a week just doing ankle mobility for like 20 minutes. Kneesovertoesguy, the whole deal, just really trying to work on that. And secondly, I want to become much more smarter about the way I train, because even though I claimed to have been making good strength progress, realistically, the way I progress in my weights, it's quite like it's quite simple. I just go linear as much as I can. I'm still milking linear progression even these years later, which is kind of worrying. I don't know if I should be worried I'm still trying to do linear progression or not. It's kind of linear. I just basically do a couple of reps, and the next session, or like the next week, I do like a couple more reps and a couple more reps, and if I succeed, I just move up the weight basically by like 1.25 kilos at a time. So it's not like some like crazy linear, no, what's the word, periodization, like kind of program, like bumper level, which I wish to learn more about as well. I wish to learn more about periodization and biomechanics, and perhaps maybe start incorporating into my program. But I don't think it's actually really needed at this stage of my training, because I'm still quite newbie. To be fair, I've been training for almost 4 years now, but I still see myself as quite like low level intermediate kind of, because there's still quite a lot for me to learn, to be honest. I mean, I know the basics of like, make like training frequency, intensity, good exercise selection, make sure you're actually progressively overloading and stuff like that. But I don't know, it just feels like something is just missing to make me really feel complete as a lifter. And I think it's to do with like just actual programming knowledge, even though I can't, it's just like, something like percentages and stuff like that. That shit still confuses me. Even to be fair, it confuses me because I haven't really looked much into it that much. I just see it get thrown around everywhere. So I just need to really knuckle down and just look into it properly. But yeah, now back to the actual main video. Alright, so here we have me doing front squats for a set of 8, 60 kilos for 8 reps. Yeah, this set it felt alright, but definitely towards the end, as you'll see, that I started to struggle a little bit. I don't know how noticeable it is, but like the front rack was really getting to me. It was like, damn, this shit is hard. And you also notice as well that my foot sometimes comes off the ground. So that's something I clearly still need to work on. So I need to research into why my foot is coming off. I'm suspecting it's just due to my mobility and just the way I'm positioned as well. Because you'll see I'm trying to kind of like lean forward a little bit just to make it easier to like squat down into the actual position that I need to. But it's resulting in my foot slightly coming up. You can't really, I don't know if you can really tell, but I could notice it and I felt it, definitely. And it's not exactly as aggressive as I could get it. So that's definitely something that needs some work as well. But I'm getting my knee flexion in, so I guess it still counts, I guess. Was that butt wink? Or am I just tripping? Anyway, moving on. Sorry, moving on. Yeah, just grinding through the set. Not too bad. And now we have deadlifts. Deadlifts is probably the one thing I enjoy the most. I won't even lie to you. I really look forward to doing them every week. So yeah, this is 180 kilos for 5 reps. I have a video of me hitting 200, but I didn't really feel like my form was very good. So I decided to drop the weights all the way back down to 160 and slowly build my way back up to 200 for a couple of reps. So yeah, I just really focused on getting my, the bar under the midfoot, stuff like that. And I use a hook grip as well, because, like I said before, Olympic weightlifter kind of habit that I picked up. But from what I'm seeing in this clip, back doesn't seem to round very much. I'm trying my best to really flatten my back as I go up. Is that my vein showing? That's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. Moving on. Yeah, deadlifts have always been something that's really enjoyed. I started quite late in my beginner phase. I started like almost 8 months later because I was just afraid because I heard so many stories about it. But when I actually did it, I just it felt pretty good. I just got really strong at it really quickly. So I just fell in love with it and just deadlifted ever since. I mean, I stopped deadlifting in 2019 when I joined the Olympic weightlifting team at my uni. And that was about it. Then the pandemic happened. So I couldn't deadlift for like a good year and a bit. So I definitely lost a lot of strength when that happened. But I made it through in the end. So now we have back squats, sorry. Yeah, so this was on a Friday session. My previous lifts were on the Tuesday session. So yeah, the Friday session squats were a real grind, especially what you're about to see after this warm-up set. So I'm warming up here with 90 kilos. I really want to focus on getting my, getting really upright in the squat. So I try moving, you see, like I move my elbows like a lot more downwards. Because usually my elbows are usually sticking all the way out. But this time I'm really trying to like keep my elbows down. And I've noticed that the bar just moves down lower, which is kind of annoying. But like, I definitely felt a lot more comfortable getting into the squat position when my elbows were as down as they could be. And as you can see, I'm just going through it. I mean, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I don't think my foot wasn't coming off the ground really, to be honest. I didn't notice it at all. I didn't feel like it either in the set because I would have noticed it during the set. It just felt a bit awkward at first because of the whole, because the bar just felt different. My bar was just like, usually have my bar like above my traps, not like on my neck, but kind of went down a bit, like mid trap kind of thing, like a lower trap, or like just nearly on my back, kind of. Well, not really. You can't really see it. I don't know. It just felt weird with my elbow down. It just felt like I was pushing it a lot more down. So I might have to just look into actually positioning myself properly when I'm doing the back squat. But yeah, I'm just working through it. It's really annoying having long legs and squatting because I just love the way like Olympic weightlifters are like some like high bar squats just look, and I always want to emulate that for a long time. It's just having these long ass legs to do squats in are just so annoying. I mean, I could probably do really well with like low bar squat, but it just isn't the same, man. It just doesn't feel the same. Doesn't no, aesthetically at least. And I want to get big quads as well. I mean, you will get big quads doing like low bar squats, but I'm just a bit greedy. I want the high bar squat. I want the aesthetics and I want the gains. I want them both. So that's why that's why I'm going through all this trouble to really improve my ankle mobility, which is kind of, it needs work. I'll say that much. It needs a lot of work. And now I'm gonna do 112.5 kilos for 8 reps. Now this set was a real fucking grind. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because like, the whole changing my technique up a little bit, it took a while to adjust to it. I definitely felt it in my quads more this time, which is very surprising actually. Like as I'm sitting here talking, doing this voiceover, my quads are gone, honestly. And which I'm kind of happy about, which is kind of weird in a way. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Even though it wasn't asked to grass again, but I'm just being a bit picky. I got the knee flexion in. I went as low as I could. Definitely lower than 90 degrees. So I'll take it. Probably gonna get a lot of shit from the community for like, oh, why is your I don't know what they would say. Oh, why is your why do you use your lower back to go back up stuff your actual quads? What the hell, bro? I don't know, some shit like that. I mean, I can't help having a very strong lower back. Why do you think I'm so strong at deadlifts? I've always had a naturally strong lower back. I don't know what I can say. So hence why it tends to compensate for me in the second half of the lift, as you can see, because I always seem to shoot up with my hips instead of using like my quads and my legs to really drive up. So that's why I incorporate hack squat into my program to really help develop the quads a bit more and just target them specifically, just to help them like get stronger and a bit bigger as well. Yeah, hack squats are quality, something to really add in if you have like long legs and you just can't really feel it on the squat. Front squat and hack squats equals big quads for long-legged folks. Honestly, if you aren't doing them already, I would highly recommend them. Hack squat, you may not have the machine, but front squats you can definitely do. It just takes some time to build up to it, but I would highly recommend them. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, to be honest. I feel kind of silly for not doing it sooner. I was always stubborn about it. It was like, ugh, can't be asked. But yeah, definitely one of the best choices I've made so far in terms of program. But yeah, and that was it for today's video, really. This set is nearly over. It's taking a long ass time because, it was a real grinder, as I said. But I did get through in the end. I am definitely seeing some progress as well in my legs. My legs definitely feel bigger. My quads are growing slowly but surely. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Let me know if there's any critiques, and I'll see you in the next one.